Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Qazi Tauseef, and today I'm here to talk about something related to this lockdown and the anxiety links to it, and the issue of depression which is prevailing as a community amongst us. So, what I can say is that first of all, I would like to disclaim that I'm not a qualified psychologist or psychiatrist to talk more theoretically about this, but as a man and as a professional with some experience and somebody who has been living through this, who has lived through such crises, not necessarily lockdowns, but or pandemics, but essentially lockdown times before in this country and how we have survived through them. The most important thing is having a sense of togetherness. You see, when you feel lonely, alone, isolated, locked out, that's when you feel that you are victim of the situation. So most important thing is to find or form communities. A lot of great effort is being made, but what I can also see prevailing among those community is more scaremongering. A lot of unverified data, videos, and uh, tabloid is circulating among those groups, which is creating more anxiety. What we should be focusing at is becoming a community together of strength, of pleasantness, of positivity, of opportunities for each other. So the first thing to do is to form communities and groups, and which is happening at organization level, and I can see it at the professional level as well. But as people across the neighborhoods, people across the townships should also have opportunity of creating such communities and coming together, if not publicly or physically, but at least online, to talk about their anxiety. They can resource share with each other and form a kind of a sense of belongingness to it. So that's the first thing. The second thing to look at is having your own placement in the situation. A lot of people feel that they are deprived of a lot of it, whereas they are also gifted with a lot of things that they can help the situation with and help others who are less aware of the situation. So make sure that you're using your resourcefulness, because that would make you feel a lot affluent. The important thing is that a lot of people feel deficient because when they are unable to deliver anything to anybody. So choose people you can educate with your sense of awareness, and help them in understanding how this illness is happening, what is factual, because a lot of tabloid information is also happening. So it's creating a lot of anxiety in masses. So that's another thing. The third thing that we can also do is having a kind of a transferring agenda, like for example teaching somebody, developing skills in others so that we can capitalize on them later. Organizations are doing that. A lot of encouragement is happening through these online learning platform providers who are offering discounts, even free training, so people should capitalize on it, and I can see that a lot of people are doing that. But that is happening at a lot, you can say, more glamorized version of it. Simple things are not being applied upon. People are not generally reading books. They are busy reading these blogs. These are unverified websites and stuff. So it's important that people use this time to learn. Then next thing to do is looking at planning for your future, planning for your future generations, planning for your community. Think of a way you will utilize whatever you're learning now in terms of living with minimal resources or planned resources in future, so that you can capitalize on this learning, because you have a lot of reflective space at the moment. So this reflective space should help you in coming up with future application ideas that you can utilize. So that's another thing. Don't forget to engage yourself in something pleasant. This is also a nice moment to go back to family, connect with family, write letters, write emails, get connected to each other on messengers. A lot of people are complaining that there's a limited time, but how long can you pull a meaningful conversation with anybody? I know you're emotionally attached, so romance can go on, but for practical thought oriented discussions, you need not more than 45 minutes, which is generally available in on any paid platform which offers very good video conferencing. So make sure you're connecting with people on videos as well. And for last but not least, another thing that is happening is the new culture of work from home is emerging. Business decision makers have to see what Elon Musk once said, that he doesn't want seat warmers at his business space. And that's what we need to realize, that how much of the workforce do we need to be at workplaces? Can we have more people, more competencies hands on our business, rather than having them physically there? So in that way we might be able to capitalize upon a lot of good competencies into the business, who can not necessarily be physically at office but at their homes and still contribute to the business. So this is a time when business decision makers have to, look at how effectively they are using the means and platforms to help people work from home and earn. In that way, a lot of employment will grow, um, convenience will grow. At least for our culture, a lot of females are not necessarily comfortable coming to office and working while they're having or bringing up their families. So in that way, that is happening. I can see a new trend of telemedicine emerging. So we should also work on integrating with technology. There was a time people thought that IT was a separate field, but then became Internet of Things. Now every business should have some business sense of how technology integrates into its service statement. So that's something that needs to be done. These are practical ideas for generically avoiding anxieties which are emerging. As far as the depression part is concerned, individually we have to think positively. We have to develop, you know, a more unconditional positive regard toward the situation. Um, then look at the gifts and resources we have had, and we can use them in order to be able to live happily, healthily. So those are few things. I think we'll need another time and opportunity to talk about more on the such topics. So thank you very much for the time being. I think I've taken enough time. God bless you. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Qazi Tauseef signing off. Bye bye.